Yo, what is going on, motherfuckers? I'm out here right now. It's Friday night, the day after Thanksgiving, and I was very stuffed with food all day long. I can notice here that the jawline is starting to come out a little bit more. I had to drop a few pounds in order to weigh under 170, so the fat loss gains are coming in. I just ate really good yesterday, had some great workouts, so I'm feeling amazing. Walker's stuck outside, and he's going to stay outside in the remainder of this video because I need to do something on the floor, and he's going to attack me. So call Animal Patrol or Animal Police and sue your boy. Just kidding. He's fucking awesome, and he'll handle the cold just fine. So today, I want to talk a little bit about knee pain and why you might be feeling it. Now, you're going to be feeling this pain if you have some sort of inflammation in the joint. Now, this can be caused by a few things. It could have been an event that happened, like let's say you do a cut in football and you will sprain something off that cut. Or it could be you're in rubber guard and you tear your knee that way because maybe they try to stand up too much and you hyperextend your knee. That's definitely possible. Or it could be something that was brought on over time and maybe one day you started just feeling the pain. So in either way, the reason is that there is some inflammation around that area and that we need to loosen up the area. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physical therapist, but I've been a personal trainer for 2.5 years. I've been weight training myself for almost 6 years. I've lived my life in order to understand fitness. So I've found that minor aches and pains are usually resolved in a very similar fashion, which is we want to loosen up whatever muscles are around the joint. We want to improve flexibility, and then we want to strengthen the new range of motion. So this is a very important thing because what a lot of people do when they get hurt is they just stretch a lot and they improve their flexibility. But there's no point for that flexibility unless you are strong in that range of motion. Check out my Christmas tree. We just put it out here. We're going to be putting on some ornaments tomorrow. You want to strengthen the new range of motion. That's the most important thing. And this goes for even prehab work. In order to prevent injury, you can do all the stretching that you want, but you have to strengthen the new range of motion. And that's what we're going to go over today. So there's a couple things that you'll need for the full endeavor of this little knee pain home workout. So I have a lacrosse ball, which is going to be great for myofascial release. We're trying to loosen up the muscle fibers around the joint. And we have a loop resistance band. If you type in on Amazon resistance bands, you can get a pack of these different resistance for $10. They are 100%. They are absolutely worth it. You can also get a lacrosse ball on Amazon for $3. Sacrifice the money and be good to your body. All right, let's go over what we're going to do in order to improve the flexibility. Okay. So the good thing about doing this at home is that you can do it anywhere, so no excuses. One of the first things we're going to do is we're going to use the lacrosse ball to loosen up our quadriceps and to improve the mobility of the knee joint. So what we're going to do first is go onto our stomach, and we're going to take the lacrosse ball and we're going to put it onto our thigh. See, my dog is barking to come in. Hopefully, I have to back up a little bit. Sorry, guys. So I take the ball and I'm going to put it onto my thigh, like so. And I want to put a lot of pressure onto that joint here. So I'm leaning into it. I like to take my other leg and just kind of like drive in to the lacrosse ball, and I'll find a spot that hurts a lot. So right now, I'm a little bit up on my hip, a little bit low though, so I'm still in the quadricep, and I'm in a tight position. So I'm going to bring my foot up. Ooh, baby, that hurts. I bring my foot up towards my butt, and then I'm going to extend my leg to go back down like so. And we're going to be loosening up that adhesion in the full range of motion. So I'm applying pressure, I'm putting my foot up and down, and I'm probably going to do that about 5 to 15 times depending on how much pain tolerance you have. What you can do is after that, you're going to find a new spot. Go everywhere. Find as much spots as you can. Especially down towards the knee, if we're talking direct knee pain, get right into the muscle on the bottom of the quadricep, right on the top of the knee, and I'm just going to bring my foot up here. And I'm going to improve my mobility in the quad with that. And I'm going to get rid of a lot of that adhesion pain going on in there. So that's a good way to loosen up your quads. We also want to stretch out the quads. So if I take the ball to the side, I'm going to just simply lay onto my side here. I'm going to take my ankle and I want to just straighten out my body, and I'm going to pull my knee back here, laying on the side. And I'm just going to pull my foot towards the back of my head in order to stretch the quad. You're going to do that for 30 seconds each side. Then we're going to do a few stretches in the butterfly position. So I'm trying to keep this video short. There's obviously so many different things that I could do to show you how to fix your knee pain and stuff like that. This is just going to be kept simple, okay? So then we're going to just go into a butterfly stretch. Both of your feet are together. You're pulling it in as close as you can. I'm going to keep my posture upright and bring my knees down as low as I can. Really going to open up my hips. I'm driving my knees down for 30 seconds or so to stretch out the hips. Then I'm going to take one leg over, and I'm going to take this leg and put it on the other leg. Now, you could do, this is called the lotus position. I'm just going to drive this leg down towards the floor while this leg stays on the floor. And I'm going to be stretching out my right glute here. So I'm getting a really deep glute stretch. If you're really flexible, you can bring the other leg over into double lotus. But this, for me, is really tight. So I like to keep this over here, and I'll just drive that down. I'll go 30 seconds, open up the hip, open up the glutes. We'll go here, and we're going to drive that down and hold that for another 30 seconds. So that's going to help us stretch out our hips. It's going to help stretch out our quads. We also want to stretch out our hamstrings, which I need a piece of equipment for. Okay, so I need another piece of equipment. Sorry, guys. I have this belt. You can use a resistance band or a belt. We're going to stretch our hamstrings. So I'm going to lay down, and I'm going to take the belt. I'll do this side. And I'm going to put it on the middle of my foot here. Now I'm just going to lean back. Sorry, got to be in shot. I'm going to lean back, straighten out this leg, and I'm pulling the belt towards my head. I'm going to get a really, really deep hamstring stretch here. Really going to mobilize my hamstrings. I'm going to do 30 seconds on each side to really open that up. Okay, so now we have all the muscles except for our calves. In order to stretch your calves, I'll show really quick. In order to stretch your calves, I have this step right here. Anything with an elevated surface you can use, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my foot. This would work way better if you're barefoot. See, we're being 100% transparent here. We have no edits. So you can see here, I put my foot on this platform, and I like to hold on to the wall. And I'm going to just drive my heel. Maybe I can get a close angle. Drive my heel down, and I'm going to drive my hips forward in order to put pressure onto that ankle and onto the calf. So I'm going to stretch the calf. And also, the same position. Fuck. Look at that, guys. Okay, I'm not even going to edit this. I'm just going to keep this here. My phone doesn't crack, don't worry. Alright, so foot's here. I'm driving my heel down, stretching out the calf. I'm going to bend my knee a little bit and do the same thing. Driving my hip forward, trying to drop my heel towards the ground. Really great stretch for the calf, really great stretch for the ankle. Now, what we want to do is strengthen our glutes. Glute strength is going to be very, very important for keeping our knees safe in future reference. Now, you're also going to wind up stretching other muscles in the legs. But for what I'm going to show you, I'm going to just show you 2 strength exercises that you can do with this band that's absolutely going to help you with your recovery. It's going to work your glute medius, which is going to help you keep your hips strong. Not just mobile, but strong. And that also will help you with any internal rotation problems that you have with your knee or ankle, which are also going to play a huge role on if you are going to recover or not. We want your knee and feet to turn out, your hips to turn out, not in. A lot of people have flat feet or inward internal rotation of their knee, where their knee kind of like is flat here, especially when your foot's flat. So we want to keep our knees out. We want to open up our hips, keep our glutes strong. I'm going to take this band here and I'm going to put it around my legs. So The first exercise we're gonna do is a clamshell. So I have the band up right above my knee. I'll back up a little bit so you can see me. Now, what I wanna do here is I'm gonna be abducting my knees. So I'm on my side and I'm gonna pick my knees and take them back. So what I'm doing is kind of like a wrestling sprawl or like a glute bridge. I'm gonna drive my butt forward. Maybe you can see me a little better from the side here. I'm forward because I want my knees and hips to be in a straight line. So here I am, my knees are on my knees, my knees are on my knees. My knee is on my knee, and my knees and hips are in a straight line. My feet are back. I'm just gonna keep my belly nice and tight so my back doesn't have any pressure, and I'm just gonna lift my knee up and out here. And I'm gonna be squeezing my glutes here. So I'm opening up my hips, I'm firing up my glutes. You can go for about 15 on each side, like I'm squeezing my butt the whole time, really getting that engagement. And I can flip over, and I'll do another 15 to 20 on the other side. So you can probably do more, you can do less, depending on how you feel, but I think that you should definitely go for a lot of reps here. Really try to focus on the tension, try to keep the tension nice and smooth. All right, let's finish this video up. Last exercise, I'm bringing my feet back. The bands are around my knees. I'm gonna bridge up so that I can squeeze my glutes. I keep my head back, my head's down, my hands are down. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. But my knees wanna buckle in because of the bands, so I wanna fight and keep them out. And I'm just gonna bridge up here and I'm gonna squeeze my butt. So I go down and back up. Squeeze my butt. Nice tight belly, trying to keep my lower back flat. I squeeze the glutes. If you see from this angle, you can see how I'm trying to force my knees out. So they want to go in, I force them out, and I bridge. So that's a good way to loosen up your quads, loosen up your hips, strengthen your glutes, protect that knee, figure out why it hurt, and figure out the way that you're gonna fix it. So I'm gonna go let my dog in. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a beautiful motherfucking day.